Everyone, welcome back to the MaxTigerHD YouTube channel. Today we are back once again with the F1 Chat, and today it's a little bit different. It is just me. You have just me once again today. First stream without any other guests, just because two of them are busy, and I don't know what's going to happen with anything else. I'll probably ask a couple of other F1 fans if they want to come on, so that'll be something different. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So the F1 Chat, obviously, the race this weekend is the Imola Grand Prix, or Romania Grand Prix. But first, let's talk about the Australian Grand Prix. So the Australian Grand Prix, here is the race result under it. We'll go through the qualifying results as well. Let me just try and find it. It's not helping. It's not helping at all. Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, Verstappen does take sprint race pole, as Hamilton is 13th. So after Leclerc topped wet practice, Verstappen has taken the sprint race pole. However, the sprint race, I don't know when that is. So we'll have to have a look at that. Results. So Melbourne got qualifying. So the qualifying results, I'll put them on screen now, if I can. There we go. There's the qualifying results. Not all of them are on there, but I'm sure you can see them. So Charles Leclerc finished on pole position for this race with Max Verstappen in second, close behind. Sergio Perez got P3 on the last row, the second row of the grid, just in front of Lando Norris, who squeezed ahead of Lewis Hamilton. So Charles Leclerc got fastest final sector, fastest first sector went to Max Verstappen, and fastest middle sector went to Sergio Perez. Oh no, that was Q2. So Verstappen had the fastest Q1 time. Sergio Perez was fastest Q2 time, fastest Q3 time, which was the one that mattered with Charles Leclerc. So now then, this is probably an interesting thing we have here. Certain Kevin Magnussen, you can see right down in 16th, down there behind Mick Schumacher. He didn't have the best race either, but he didn't have the worst. Let's be honest. But there was a massive issue with Magnussen's car afterwards. So you can't really blame him for that, but it was kind of unfortunate. I'm just trying to find the track changes to Imola. Don't mind me. Right. So here we are in Italy on there, so that's good. We'll get that done. So the sprint is actually tomorrow at 3:30 to 4:30. So it was qualifying today. Right, okay, well, we'll get on to that. But yeah, as you can see here, you got Hamilton in P5, just in front of George Russell, as Lando Norris squeezes ahead of both Mercedes. Daniel Ricciardo in the other McLaren at his home Grand Prix, finishing 7th in qualifying, with Esteban Ocon, Carlos Sainz, and Fernando Alonso, his fellow Spanish man, finishing in P9 and 10, finishing off and finalizing the top 10. Alex Albon and Lance Stroll did not finish qualifying 3 or qualifying 2. They did not get any. Well, Stroll did not finish Q1 as he went out early on, and Alex Albon did get a time in but it was unfortunately cut off when he crashed out. So with that, Charles Leclerc obviously did have a more dominant race than most of them were thinking, with obviously it being probably one of the most difficult races. Well, no, most easiest races actually. Beg your pardon. On the calendar, and I think we've got to look at things in the sense that many things are on the way in Formula One, and Charles Leclerc has just bossed it so far. I mean, we all know that it's been tough for Mercedes. It's been tough for Verstappen and the Red Bull team in the past few races as well, with him going out in Bahrain and then this one. And many things are going wrong. Many things are going wrong with different cars and different teams in these opening races and qualifying sessions. So this is the qualifying results, as you can see here. With qualifying, I don't like this. Get off my screen. Okay, that's annoying me, but it's fine. But yeah, Lewis Hamilton once again not having the easiest qualifying session, not having the best qualifying session, but they are aiming. Mercedes have said they were aiming around 5th place in most races this season with the issues of their car. So, look, I'll still be a Mercedes fan. I mean, apart from when Lewis has gone, then it's obviously going to be quite sad because I'll still support him, but he obviously won't be in the sport anymore. But now we've got to look at this and say congratulations to Charles Leclerc on his, I think it's his 3rd pole of the season. Big up Forever Rovers and big up Max pal. I hope you're well, Forever Rovers. Obviously you getting that last minute clutch of a draw against the Sheepshag in Shrewsbury Town. So this was one of those, really. It was one of those that most people didn't really see a shock by. But then onto the race, as you can see in the bottom, on the bottom of your screen, there is no Max Verstappen anywhere in the top 13, 14. Where could he have been? Bang. Yep. It's happened again. Max Verstappen retires from the Australian Grand Prix after another gearbox issue, another issue with his engine and his car. He's just, I don't know what happened, but then again, we don't question it. But I mean, it wasn't the easiest. It wasn't the easiest of races for him. It wasn't the easiest races for most of them. But I think we've got to see the fact that there are differences. Sorry, I'm just looking at things. Don't worry about it. But yeah, there is a massive amount of things going on. It is quite sad for Verstappen in many cases. Hold on a second. Okay, that makes it a little bit better. But yeah, it's one of these times. at this moment in time, we're looking at different things this season in Formula One, and shut up. But yeah, many changes in Formula One have really bulked up the idea of what happens at the moment. Obviously, Verstappen's car being not the most trustworthy, or not even Mercedes have a trustworthy car either. So looks like Ferrari have actually done better with this. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening at Mercedes, or at Red Bull. I know what's happening at Mercedes. Big up for LTFC. Hey Max, how are you, buddy? I'm doing well. Hope you guys in the chat are doing well as well. Both of you guys. But yeah, so going through the results as you'll see at the bottom of the screen, Charles Leclerc finished on in first, with Sergio Perez close behind in second after Max Verstappen dropped down. George Russell trying to catch Sergio Perez, couldn't do it. Lewis Hamilton was catching his teammate closer and closer, getting closer and closer every single time. Just couldn't find that ounce of pressure to weigh it down a little bit more equally. But then Lando Norris coming in at fifth, sixth for Daniel Ricciardo, so improved by one position from qualifying. And Esteban Ocon in P7. Valtteri Bottas in the Alfa Romeo. Valtteri Bottas doing very, very well in the Alfa Romeo indeed, after being moved from Mercedes. Guan Yu Zhou finishing 11th, once again just missing out on the points by a slither of hope. Alex Albon getting his first point of the season. Lance Stroll missing out as well. Mick Schumacher, Kevin Magnussen down in 14th, which is quite unfortunate for him after the perfect start to the season he's had. Yuki Tsunoda and Nicholas Latifi both finish ahead of Fernando Alonso after he pitted once again. And then obviously the DNFs in this race, as you can see at the bottom of your screen and on here, Max Verstappen and Sebastian Vettel. Sebastian Vettel still yet to score any points this Formula One season, and still yet to get a good enough result. So I don't know what's happening at the minute with Formula One. But I mean, either way, just not good enough results for Vettel. I mean, out for the first two races with COVID. Unfortunate that had to come at that time. But then again, his car's not reliable enough. Simply enough, his car isn't efficient enough to carry his weight across the finish line, because the way he went out, it was another gearbox failure. And I have to say, it was horrendous. I felt so bad for him because of he's missed the first two races, and this was his first race in Formula One this season after Nico Hülkenberg had to take over. What's happened now? Gone. Booked it. So he has to get something out of this race this weekend. I don't actually know what's happening right now. Hamilton, unfortunately, 13th in qualifying for Imola. But however, that is the qualifying. That is not sprint. So sprint race is 5 laps, I presume. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that one. But Verstappen and Vettel and Sainz, I can't remember exactly what happened. But Vettel and Verstappen had an engine failure right on the final couple of corners. So the penultimate corner, he had to park up as you go into the braking zone. So he went around the corner beforehand, and then he lost power while he was doing so, and then he had to park up on the right hand side before he went into the braking zone and then pulled penultimate corner. However, Sebastian Vettel went round the first 3 corners, got there well. First 4, where you end the first sector, his power was lost. He didn't have anything to do, and it was all gone. So it was kind of an iffy one, really. There in that one, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't the easiest. But I mean, what can you do? It's the reliability and durability of the cars. It's something they have to work on in Formula One. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter for a couple of teams. But then again, you have to sort it out. They're gonna have to sort it out at this point, because with that, I feel Vettel should at least get some praise, because he did at least do a complete a majority of the laps, but he did unfortunately get out. Sainz, unfortunate for him, gone from third in the driver's standings down to I don't actually know where he is in the driver's standings. I've forgotten already. Actually, that moves me on swiftly. So there's the result at the bottom of the screen. There's the driver's standings. So first is Leclerc. Russell second as he overtakes Sainz. He's still in third, however, not gaining any points last race. Perez fourth with Hamilton fifth. Verstappen in sixth behind Hamilton. Seventh is Ocon with Norris sitting in eighth. Magnussen still sitting in the top 10 in ninth. Bottas in P10. Ricciardo in 11th, in front of the two AlphaTauris, Gasly and Tsunoda. Alonso in 14th, 15th Guanyu Zhou, 16th Alex Albon, 17th Mick Schumacher, 18th Lance Stroll, 19th Sebastian Vettel, and 20th Nicholas Latifi. So Ferrari lead the way in the Constructors' Championship, with Mercedes close by with Red Bull in third. It's one of those. It is one of those years at the minute. The Constructors' Championship, Ferrari leading with 104 points, 65 points for Mercedes, 55 for Red Bull. McLaren quite far behind with 24 points. Alpine 2 points behind them with 22 points. Then in sixth, we have Alfa Romeo with 13, with Valtteri Bottas getting all the points there. 12 points for Haas, with Kevin Magnussen doing most of the work in that one. AlphaTauri in P8 with 10 points, Williams in P9 with 1 point, and Aston Martin with 0. It's kind of sad to see a team on 0, really, but I mean, you can't really do much in the sense that I don't know. Hold on a second. Anyway, but yeah, they're the standings. There's clear that there's many different things, but let me try and find. Right, so that's the Australian Grand Prix review done. So Imola now. We are on to Imola. The next race I'm not sure of, actually, but I'll check that for you now. It is the Miami Grand Prix. It's the Miami Grand Prix. The day after, I go to Ellen Road to watch Hull Kingston Rovers in the Betfred Challenge Cup. So that's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. But yeah, so it's the Miami Grand Prix next, which is going to be quite an interesting one, actually, since it is the first It is the debut season of the Miami Grand Prix. So there we go. Briannak, you do realise that flag hasn't been in the FA Cup for about 5 weeks. This team haven't been in the FA Cup for 5 weeks plus. We haven't been near Liverpool. We have almost. The only time we've been near Liverpool is playing it against a side in Liverpool, Everton. Big up Diego as well. Evening to you too. Hope you're well also. Let me just do this and this and this. Circuit. Here we go. No, go away. Right. I'm pretty sure this is Imola. If it isn't, I'm actually screwed. Right, let me share my screen here. There we go. So that is the Imola Grand Prix layout. So you can see there, I'll put my thing like that. So there you go. First Grand Prix was 1980 for, wait, is this is Imola, isn't it? Hold on a second. I mean, it says 20 to 20. Yeah, I am right. What the f is going on? Made in Italy. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. I was confused for a second. Anyway, moving on. To try if I can. No, I can't. Okay. Anyway, so first Grand Prix was in 1980, with the number of laps being 63 initiated on. So the race distance is 309.049 kilometers in length. That's the race distance. The circuit length is 4.909 kilometers. So 5 kilometers in length. And obviously doing the math there, 4.909 times 63, 309.049. 049 actually being an SCP number if you want to check him out. That record was set in 2020 by the GOAT, 1:15.484 by Lewis Hamilton. So there's the track layout then. So you have the start, finish straight. Hold on, let me get my mouse. There you go. So you can see the start, finish straight is here. So it's a long run, absolutely long run after turn 1. So it's all the way down and then turn 1 there, all the way around that, and then going to turn 2 and 3. This is the corner where I believe where Hamilton got squeezed off the circuit, but I'm not exactly sure. But I have to say, actually, so there you go. You'll have a full view now. But I can say that this corner right here, these corners right here, the 2 and 3, they're probably, I don't know what to call them really. They're like a chicane. They're like I think they're like a Lesmo. I don't know whether they're actually a Lesmo, but they are quite the tussle when it comes to the racing part of the Grand Prix itself. But we have got to look at things a little bit differently in the way we see things. With this track, this circuit has always been a difficult one when it comes into the first two corners, or turn 2 and 3, first two corners my hands. Turn 1 probably the easiest. But yeah, turn 2 and 3 there are the more known to be the bit of an argy-bargy type of corner. On this circuit, obviously it's a newer circuit than every other one, so it's a little bit different, but I don't know. It's one of those. But yeah, so that is the first 2 and 3 corners. There's turn 4, and it's a long run down into turn 4, down there. But into turn 4 you go. Then hold on, let me get back on my screen. Into turn 5 and 6. Once again, it's like 2 and 3. It is pretty much identical in the sense that it goes in and then back out again. And it's one of those argy-bargy corners. Down into turn 7 into the hairpin type of corner. Then down a long way into turn 8 and 9. It's not really a corner. It's more of just a curve in the track, really. So into turn 8 and 9, round the corner up to 10 and 11, through 11, down into 12 and 13. 12 and 13, once again, a replica of 2 and 3 and 5 and 6. Then you go down the long straight, go through the little chicane, DRS detection zone really quickly going in there, and then the speed trap is there in the pink, as you can see. But the DRS detection zone, you can get there. There's going to be a lot of fights going through that, I'm sure of it. Then you go into turn 16, 17, where the speed trap is, round 17, and then round 18, and then it's a long run up to the line, and then it's a short run up to the line, and then it's a short run up to the line, and then it's a long run up to turn 2, and it's a very interesting one. Ooh, and it's a very interesting circuit indeed. And 15.4, I think that will most likely be beaten this season by the Ferrari, depending on what happens. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough. But I do see it coming out to be exactly the same. So we'll have to see on that one. But yeah, so there's not really many track changes in this race, so there's not really much need to go over that. That's not what I wanted to do. That's wrong. Hold on. There we go. Anyway, moving on. Big up Hayden on his backup, unfortunately. Big up Hayden, big up. Right, I need to go quickly. I'll be back in a second. Meanwhile, just enjoy some music, I guess. And I'll be back in a second. Okay, people, I am back. Just to show you I'm back. Hello, I'm back. But yeah, so back to the Imola Grand Prix. I'm sorry I took so long. I was doing a little bit of thing. But anyway, yeah. So as I was saying before I left, unfortunately, yeah, it's quite an interesting track. Especially when you go through here, it's a little bit of a curve. It's like this is more of a curve track than a corner track, really. It's got 18 corners, but in realistic terms, it's not really many corners. If you think about it in in hypothetical terms, it's not got really many corners because of what's happening. As if I'm honest, if we look at things in a different manner, there are many different things in terms of in terms of round the corner, he's gone round the turn, he's gone round the bend, whatever. So but yeah, I mean it's an interesting track. So before I have to hop off for tea, I will do my predictions. So obviously the qualifying's already been done because it's qualifying sprint race, and then yeah. Yeah, so my predictions for this are if I get the qualifying up. So there's the Lando. Lando gets third. Oh my shit. So there's Hamilton and there's Russell swapped between Mick Schumacher. Vettel in the top 10 or top 9 even. So oh my days. Who's seen this? So Norris comes third, Magnussen fourth, and then what is going on? So with this, and my PC's running low. Hold on a second. Let me plug it in. Be back when he is. There we go. Lucky I had it ready. But yeah, I mean, considering with this, for the sprint race, I'm going to say it's going to be Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris, Magnussen, Daniel, Alonso. No, Magnussen, Daniel, Perez, Bottas, Vettel, Sainz, No, wait, I've done this wrong here. Let me go from top 10. Let me go through the top 10. So Hamilton will finish 10th. No, he won't. No, he won't. No. So Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris, Magnussen stay in the same order. Perez moves up to 5th. Bottas moves up to 7th, with Daniel Ricciardo and Alonso in 6th and 7th. So Bottas is then in 8th, stays where he is. Vettel moves down to 9th, and then moves down to 10th. 11th, sorry, because he's already in 9th. He's moved down to 10th. Then he moves down to 11th, because George Russell overtakes him. Hamilton goes into 12th, then overtakes Vettel, so he will be in 11th. Vettel will be behind him in 12th. Then it will be Guan Yu Zhou, Lance Stroll, Mick Schumacher, Yuki Tsunoda, Pierre Gasly, Esteban Ocon, Nicholas Latifi, and Alex Albon. Then for the race, I see it being Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell. No. Carlos Sainz, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell. No, I'm in 5th, I think. Yeah, I'm in 5th now. 6th will be Bottas. No, 6th will be Lando. 7th will be Bottas. 8th will be Ricciardo. 9th will be Vettel. 10th will be who have I missed out? Pierre Gasly. There you go. So that is my predictions for this week's Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Once again, I really hope you have enjoyed. And that brings us to the end, actually. That does bring us to the end of this stream, this F1 Chat stream. So really hope you have enjoyed. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button while turning post notification on all. Also follow me on Instagram, MaxTigerHD official, as you can see in my name below, and follow me on Twitter at MTHD_official. And then, yeah, if you want to be in a stream or in a video, please DM me on Instagram or Twitter, or on Facebook. Just MaxTigerHD or Max Roberts will do. And I'll get back to you on that. But yeah, please make sure you do subscribe, like the stream, and turn notifications on, also you never miss a stream or upload. And yeah, that is me for this stream. And yeah, Charles Leclerc wins once again. Russell grabs the podium place after being the last one was in Sakhir last year. And Verstappen retires for the second time this season. Will he retire again? Hey up. Jesus Christ, what's going on here? But yeah, so sad that he couldn't finish last time, but you gotta have a yeah, I mean, it's one of those. So well, yeah, so I mean, it's been a good one. I really hope you have all enjoyed. So yeah, subscribe, like, turn notifications on all. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, which will be Tigers Talk on Thursday. No, Formula 1 chat. This will be the next stream on my channel on Wednesday night. Tigers Talk on Thursday. And I'll be on Nippon's NS Sports TV on Sunday and on Orist's channel tonight. I think tonight at least. Tonight, Orist Talks Football at 8 o'clock. So I'll see you all then. But till that moment, enjoy the outro. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.